Yeah, what's going on, everybody? And we're here with some more Dokkan battle, and in today's video we will be taking a look here at the three-eyed baldy, right? We do have TIEN here. We do have him at 55%. So let's go ahead and go over what this character's doing, and we'll hop in an event and see what he's looking like in game. My expectations for TIEN is pretty high, because whenever I was going over his details, right, he looked really good. So I'm curious to see what he's looking like in game. TIEN's leader skill, final trump card or Earthlings 3 key, 200% to all stats. Now the meta for Yellow Coin LRs is that they are 200% leaders for 2 categories, and I love it, right? TIEN actually has a really good leader skill. Final trump card, you have access to the 10th anniversary fusions. I want to say you also have access to the 7th anniversary LRs. Hold on, give me a second. I'm pulling it up now. But yeah, you should have access to the, yeah, you have access to the 7th anniversary LRs, which is crazy, right? So you have those 4 characters, I'm sorry. And then Earthling, you have access to Tau, right? So TIEN actually has a solid leader skill, and you can build a solid team with that. Okay, so TIEN super attacks, the 12th key, the Dodon Ray, super attack effect, he raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and then he also lowers the enemy's attack and defense. There's one thing I will say, he gets no defense on his 12th key, right? I think they could have gave him 30% for 1 turn on his 12th key. Like, I don't know why he doesn't have that. And then on his 18th key, the open ball fist, right? I do love this though. He is greatly stacking attack, which is awesome. He also causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, and he also lowers the enemy's attack and defense again, right? No defense, right? They could have gave him 30% for 1 turn. I think that would have been, excuse me, I think that would have been fine, right? I think that would have been fine for TIEN. I don't think that would have made him too busted, but they didn't give him no defense, but he is stacking attack on his 18 key, which is awesome, So TIEN has an intro, right? Activates the entrance animation upon the character's entry turn. I love it because he has no restrictions to it. He just shows up and he activates his intro. Intro effect, he gets 4 to 8 key randomly, right? So he's going to either get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 key randomly at the start of the turn for 10 turns. Basic effect, he gets 2 key, 250% to attack and defense. All allies get 30% defense for 2 turns, which is awesome. I'm a huge fan of support, right? Especially for this type of support where it's all allies giving defense. I love it. Before receiving an attack within the turn, has 75% damage reduction. After receiving an attack as the first attacker in the turn, gets 400% to defense, gets 30% damage reduction. Then he gets 3 key, 100% attack, 200% defense, and then 20% damage reduction for 3 turns. As the second or third attacker in the turn, gets 100% attack, 200% defense, and then he's super effective against all types for 4 turns. Then he gets 400% attack, 200% defense, and then he has a great chance of evading enemies' attacks. And then when receiving a Ki Blast super attack, he has a high chance of nullifying it and encounter with tremendous power, or he can nullify it and counter with tremendous power if it's a Kamehameha category enemy. So if the enemy is on the Kamehameha category and they do a Ki Blast super, he will just nullify it, right? So first character that comes to mind, Vegito from the Festival of Battles, that last fight. TIEN will just nullify the super attack, so that's awesome. TIEN also has an active skill, right? So the active skill, the Tri-Beam, can be activated when there's a Turtle School or Kamehameha category enemy, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, and then he gets 24 key for 1 turn. The effect is not really like something to go crazy about, but remember guys, TIEN stacking. So as many stacks you can get with that 18 key, only gonna make his active skill hit crazy hard, right? So this is the how I like to do my 55% videos, right? Level 10 links with some equipment, because I feel like this would be a good representation of players. If they were wanting to summon for TIEN, they could see this video and see what TIEN looks like at full power at 55%, right? So that's why I do them at level 10 links, and I'll throw in some equipment as well. For the build, I think I'm going to go, as you can see, I'm going to keep the bronze defense, right? But TIEN, when we was going over his kit, no crit, no additional attacks, right? So that could be something where you can go. For me, I'm thinking either like a all-around build, so all around, you know, crit, dodge, additional, or focus on the offensive end where we just go crazy with like additional crit. So I'm going to see how he looks in this video, and then I'm going to base my build off of that. But yeah, there's that. Link Set, Crane School, Infighter, Dodon Ray, The Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Ball, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. He does share 4 links with Tao, so he works really well with Tao. I think they share Crane School, Dodon Ray, The Incredible Adventure, and Fierce Battle. And then here's categories: Final Trump Card, Earthling, World Tournament, Dragon Ball Saga, Bond of Master and Disciple, Bond of Friendship, Earthbred Fighters, and Tournament Participants. So that's TIEN. This is the team we have built out for him. So we are going to take them on Tao's team. Usually I like to showcase them on their own team, but I feel like Tao is the 220%. So we will bring them on Tao's team. And we're going to hop into the God of Destruction Beer Saga Goku Story Red Zone fight. So let's go into what TIEN's looking like. All right, so we have TIEN here. So let's go ahead and see what we want to do with TIEN. So I think TIEN, what we're gonna, and this is what I like about TIEN, right? I feel like TIEN is a better version of Hidden God Goku, if you know what I mean, right? Because Hidden God Goku was a character that they get certain abilities, where they get certain stat like increases in certain slots. So Hidden God Goku in slot 1 or 2, for every, I want to say they have to be targeted 5 times with an attack from the enemy to build up their attack, right? And then in slot 3, every attack that Hidden God Goku do to the enemy, they build up their defense. TIEN, to me, he's very similar to that, with he's getting certain abilities in different slots, right? So we could put him in slot 1, and remember, he will get the 400% defense, the extra damage reduction, right? He'll get the 3 key, 100% attack, 200% defense, 20% damage reduction for 3 turns. After, is it after he receives an attack? Yeah, so after receiving an attack, that's the first attack on the turn. Okay, so we could put TIEN in slot 1. Let's go ahead and give him that. And then that was his battle motion. I think his battle motion is pretty solid, right? This is very standard battle motion. We want to make sure we give Goku the necessary key for his support, and then we'll just give that to Vegeta. Hopefully we can set up a Gogeta turn, right? So let's see what TIEN's looking like in slot 1. We didn't get the counter. Okay. You blew it! Didn't get the counter, but how much does he take? Because he had like, what, 100% damage reduction for the first attack? Oh! He kind of took some damage there. 13, okay. 13 million. I thought he would take less damage than that. So does he have the, okay, so does he not have that 30% damage reduction up automatically? Huh, because he took a lot more damage than what I thought he was from Beer's super attack. Okay. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. That's good to know. I was hoping we got the counter, but that's good to know. 300k, 55%. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's truly not bad once you think about it, right? So then Vegeta's doing all his attacks. Yeah, I don't know. Cause how does that damage? I thought he would take less damage, cause he should have like 100% damage reduction, no? Cause he has 75 before receiving an attack, right? And then when he's targeted for the first time in slot 1, he's getting that 30% damage reduction. I'm curious about that. Okay, so the only thing that I can think of is that TIEN doesn't get that 30% after he's hit. So like once he gets hit that first time, that second attack, right, he'll have the 30% damage reduction plus the 20% damage reduction, right? So that Beer super that he took, he just had his 75% damage reduction. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You know what? Let's do that. Let's just bring out Super Saiyan 4 Goku because we can. And then we'll start getting his support up for TN. We'll cut this. I'll just cut until we have TNs on the next turn, so I'll see y'all then. Alright, so here we are back on TN's turn, right? So remember, TN in slot 1 gets certain abilities, but in slot 2, he gets a bunch of attack, right? Because it's like basically slot 1, he's a defensive character. In slot 2 or 3, he's an offensive character. So here's what we're going to do, right? Because last turn we had General Blue, so we have his support up. We as you guys saw, we got Super Saiyan 4 Goku out as well, and we got his support. This turn for TN is going to look crazy, right? Okay, so let's see. Let's try to hold back as much as possible with Tao. Let's give Tao Duck right there because they just give us 2 rainbow orbs. We do want to make sure we give Goku enough ki for his support as well. So we can do that. And then we can give Path to Power Goku these 7 orbs. So let's see what Tao's looking like this turn. Because remember in slot 2, he gets like 400% attack, 200% defense, and he has like a 70% chance to dodge. Whoa. I gave Tao 2 rainbow orbs. And he's touching 50. Okay. Chill out, Tao. Chill. It's not your video. This is TN. The Baldy. The Baldy gives me 81. 81 million at 55%. What? What was that? Remember, he's stacking attack as well on his 18 ki. What? 81 million? Now, that's not like... Okay, so we did have some crazy support around for TN, right? Like I said, we had General Blue support, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then Path to Power Kid Goku. But that's not like... not out of the ordinary, right? Like, this is just a standard team. This is just Tao's standard team. And TN's hitting 81 million in slot 2. Oh my god. Yeah, crit might be the wave. I might build him just like I built my Tao. Yeah. Oh no, I gave Tao additional because he does get that 100%. But I might do something similar to this, but just go like... Oh no, this is because of the that one event. What's that damn event called? The worst event in Dokkan history, the Million Arena. That's why my Tao looks like this. He wasn't built like this originally. Okay, I need to go back and change that. That's why he did like 52 million. Okay, I need to go back and change that. But yeah, I think I might go crit for TN. Slot 2, 81 million? Bro, that's insane. Let's do this. We're going to cut here, right? We're just going to cut here, show back up on TN's turn. Hopefully we can get him with Gogeta, and then we can actually get a little nasty. So let's go ahead and just, like I said, we'll just cut here, and then we'll show back up on TN's turn. So I'll see y'all then. All right, so we could use TN's active skill, right? And TN's active skill, it's pretty, like I said, it's not the best because all you get is 24 ki from the effect, right? But he is stacking attack on his 18 ki, so it's only like I said, every stack you get is only going to help the active skill hit like a truck, right? So what is TN looking like? So 400k defense. This is the links that we'll have up. We could put him in slot 1 because once again, remember we did run out of this, that 3 ki, 100% attack, 200% defense, 20% damage reduction. We did run out of that, so we got to put him back in slot 1 just to get that reactivated. But we still have the 100% attack, 200% defense, and super effective against all types because we do have that up for 4 turns, right? So we will have that up on this turn, but we do got to put him back in slot 1 to get the other ability. So we could do this, and then let's give that to TN. We can give this to Tao, so we can still kind of hold back with Tao. And then Super Saiyan 4 Goku, we'll just give him that right there. So let's see what TN's looking like in slot 1. His damage is not going to be insane. Yeah, look at that, 10 million. It's not insane, right? Like I said, his role in slot 1 is like defensive character. In slot 2 is where he gets crazy, right? Gets real crazy. I want Beerus to super attack us so we could potentially get that counter. All right, Tao. Like I said, we want to hold back with Tao because I don't want to just blitz Beerus. Yes. We could potentially, like I said, my goal is to set up the Gogeta turn, right? So that's the goal. That's the goal. Okay. So We'll do the usual because then we can set it up next turn. We can set up the crazy Gogeta juice turn. So let's just, oh my gosh, General Blue. That's a lot of attacks. Barbarous. It's a lot of attacks, Barbarous. Do we want to just put General Blue in slot 1? Or do we just want to float him? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play it out like this. But we're just going to cut here. And then we'll just show back up on TIEN's next turn. So I'll see y'all then. Alright, so here it is. This is the holy juice turn that I was talking about, right? So we can set it up. So let's go ahead and bring out Gogeta. And then, oh, and there's that super attack too. Okay. Oh, I don't know if Beerus is going to survive all of this, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and use this, get that active skill support for TIEN. So now we got that right. Now TIEN, with his active skill, if we use it in slot 2, so if we use TIEN's active skill in slot 2, the Tri-Beam, here's what we're going to do. We're going to activate all of this, right? We're just going to activate all of this, and then we can put them in slot 1 and get this as well. Oh my gosh. So let's do it. So let's go ahead and cut the animations back on. And let's go ahead and play the Tri-Beam. Let's see.
Oh, that's a lot of damage!
Oh my. Dude, this is gonna be crazy. Damn, I don't want to give. I gotta put TIEN in slot 1. Damn. Okay, so let's put TIEN in slot 1. Let's do it. Let's see what TIEN looks like. Dude, that active skill is crazy. How many stacks did we? We only had 4. 3, because it's gonna count the active skill, right? We only did 3 supers on the 18 key. So we have a ton of support up. The only support we don't have active at the moment is Super Saiyan 4 Goku support, right? We have Path to Power Kid Goku. We got General Blue. We just used Gogeta's active skill. So let's go ahead and see what the 3-Eye Baldy give us this turn. I wish we could have put him in slot 2 for that super attack. Let's see the damage, bro, because this is going to be absurd. 55%, y'all. 55%. Level 10 links, and he's dodging. Dude, oh my gosh. Oh my god, TIEN is good. TIEN is really good. He's really good. And then Tao finish off Beerus. Wow, dude, TIEN is insanely good, man. I wish we could have got the counter, but just know we had a 50% chance to nullify it. It wouldn't have been guaranteed. He could have did it early in the video, right? The first attack was a super attack. He didn't counter it, but he took 300k. Like I said, I think that's fine, right? When you're rocking 800k HP, taking 300k, you're fine. You're fine. So, yeah, I think that's. Dude, we've seen a lot from TIEN. TIEN is insane. He's good, man. He's good. So I'll see y'all at the character recap. All right, so here we are at TIEN's character recap, and like I said, man, TIEN is awesome. I know I've been gassing up TIEN this entire video. I've said it before. I'm not the biggest fan of TIEN. So like this really, like, I'm like, damn, bro, they really gave TIEN the sauce, man. They really gave him the sauce, dude. I'm still tripping. 55%, 81 million. When we did the active skill, he had 80 mil. Bro, imagine if we was able to get Super Saiyan 4 Goku support up, dude. That active skill, 94 million damage. Just if he would have crit, he would have did the 99999, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, TIEN's really good. TIEN's really good. He's really good. It's just unfortunate that we're about to go into a major celebration, right? The GDC is literally 2 weeks. So like, even though TIEN is really good, and even though Tao is really good, like, you shouldn't. It's like, yeah, they released these 2 characters, and like, this is what you're supposed to do with characters like Tao, and Tien. Low hype characters. People really don't care for these characters, right? You make them insanely busted like they are to entice people to summon for them. But like, no, don't put stones towards those banners. Just do your free Dokkan Day ticket summons and then just save for the GDC, because I think the GDC is going to be insane. If they're comparing it to the 10th anniversary, it's going to be crazy. But TN, man, dude, I don't know what else I can say about the Baldy. He's insane. I wish you could have got the counter in the video, but yeah, he's insane. TN's insane. Like I said, I don't know what else to say about this guy, bro. I don't know what else to say. I love all his abilities. He's really good, and his team is really solid too. So yeah, man. If y'all summoned for TN and you was able to pull him, let me know what you think about TN. I'm highly satisfied. As a TN hater, I'm satisfied. I love him. I'm gonna marry TN. Okay, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. But I just want to say, if y'all made it this far within the video, I do want to say thank y'all for watching the video, and then I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.